Very good afternoon to all of you. I hope our Malaysian delicious food do not make you very sleepy after lunchtime. Because for the next 1,000 seconds, I'm going to share with you my 10,000 days of financial experience in personal financial planning, management, and investment, so that every one of you can become successful investor and trader. Let me highlight to you one thing. If you do not master financial literacy, I would say you need to work very hard until your official retirement, or even until you die. Okay, at the end of my today's talk, I'm going to show you what is my predictions on your official retirement age 40 years from now. So, follow me to a wiser financial journey. Jom. What is financial literacy? In the most basic form, financial literacy means the ability to earn money. I believe many of you already have part-time or even full-time work experience. Therefore, for those of you who already have certain type of work experience, actually you already achieved the first level of financial literacy knowledge. What about the second level? The second level talk about the ability to manage the money that you earn and eventually even the money that you borrow. Do you know that a lot of people make more than tens of millions in their lifestyle? But the problem is that they fail to manage their finance well, and they are not able to maintain their quality of life after retirement. Some even become broke. Do you know one of the sad things that could happen in our life is that after we work so hard, 30 years, 40 years, we are not able to maintain our lifestyle. Are we supposed to enjoy life after retirement, or are we supposed to be punished with a lower quality of life just because of we stop working? I believe every one of us deserve to enjoy life after retirement. But the fact is that many retirees suffer from financial problems after their retirement. Why? Because they do not prepare enough retirement funds during their work life. And this leads us to the third level of financial literacy, which is the ability to make successful investment. I have 27 years of capital market, and I came across of people from all walks of life. Some never believe in stock market, and some other do not invest in the property. What they do is put their lifelong saving into bank account as a saving deposit or a fixed deposit to earn stable income. Yes, my late father could have the same mindset. That's why he put his saving into banks to earn stable incomes rather than investing in stock or property. However, with his hard work, good habit of saving, low inflation, coupled with the support from the children, my late parents can continue to enjoy their life with the same quality of life after retirement. Even for my generation, if I work hard, save money, do some form of investment, I can also retire and maintain my quality of life. Let me highlight to you that for the younger generation, including most of you, you will not be able to use the same formula. That means work hard, save money, invest, as well invest in property, and can happily retire. Let me show you one statistic. Yeah. Before that, I want to show you why earn is $2 and more. Because when we earn, we start with a very small amount. Subsequently, when we manage our own salary plus saving plus borrow money. Eventually, our aim is to grow our investment fund to a mass maker amount so that we can achieve our various financial goals in life. There's one survey conducted by Bank Negara in 2015. Most Malaysians cannot survive 1 week without income. Scary, alarming. You could be part of the statistic eventually. What happened to them? Maybe you ask, they earn money, don't they save some money? Let me tell you, actually they do. They do save money. But what they do is, they will earn money, spend money, save money at the end of the month. Is it good? Let me tell you the answer. No. You see, NO is within the no. They know they need to save money, but end of the day, they don't really save. What happens? Because most people have the tendency to overspend. Yes, some may save some small amount, but many don't have anything left to spend. What can they do? Before I proceed, let me show you one idea. Doing the right things versus doing things right. What is doing the right things? Doing the right thing is good, but it's more critical, it's better to do things right. Let me give you one example. If you form the habit to save money every month, that is, you are doing the right things. But if you save it at the beginning of the month, before you start spending, that means you are doing the things right, which will be a better approach. Maybe you say, no. I am very disciplined. I save, and I even save at the beginning of the month. Maybe I just need to save a little bit more so that I can have a better retirement. Let me show you something. Before I show you something, can I ask you one question? The more money you save, the more money you get, right? Bingo. If this is a question in your exam, you score 100%. Flying colors. Let me tell you what happened in the real world. The more money you save, the more money you lose. Maybe you doubt, this guy don't know anything about accounting. 1 plus 1 have to be equal to 2. How can it be 1 plus 1 can be equal to minus 1 or 0? Correct or not? Let me show you in the next diagram. Time value of money or the purchasing power of money. Let's say today you have 1,000. You put in the bank, after 20 years, you still get back the 1,000. This is called the nominal value or the face value. Of course, you will get back nominal value plus interest earned. You see another red line. In fact, during the 20 years, the real value of money actually dropped. For example, today you can buy 2 tickets from Johor to Kuala Lumpur with 1,000. That's been 500 per ticket. After 20 years, if you want to buy the same ticket from Kuala Lumpur to KL, maybe you need to pay 2,000. In other words, the real value of money already dropped 50%. And the cost of it is inflation, which is the general increase in the price level of goods and services. Let's talk about magic. We like to use money to make more money. Yeah, the problem is that, do you know that this magic works well in investment? It will work even better, faster, stronger in borrow money. A lot of people know the magic of compounding. That's why they say, if I put in more money, then I should increase my wealth faster and more. So they borrow money. But the problem is, you can look at this. Loan principal plus interest is always on the straight line. That means it will keep on increasing. What happened to your investment amount? Investment principal plus return, do you think there's a straight line or something else? Let me show you. Yes. If you invest, sometimes you make money, sometimes you lose money, sometimes you lose everything. It's negative. Why? Because if you borrow money and you lose the money, that means you lose not only on your original principal, plus more. And the difference is the losses, and if you can't pay back, you will become bankrupt. Okay, we talk about this. Let me show you another thing that is very different from the real life. In our normal life, when a decision is made by the majority, most likely it's the best decision or a better decision. And everyone will become winners. But in the real world, and also in the investment world, do you know that the decision made by majority will actually make you become loser? What happened? Because until now, still about 90% of the people in the investment world do not make money. And they all adopt the same strategy. I call it the most successful losing strategy. Why am I teaching you a losing strategy? You're supposed to come here to learn the most successful winning strategy, correct or not? Because there's no such thing as the most successful winning strategy. But if you learn this most successful losing strategy and you avoid it with all costs, that means, because in the market there's only three scenarios. Either you win, you lose, or break even. If you can control the losing side, the remaining probability is you break even or make money. What is this? This strategy is listen to hot tips. Most people keep on listening to hot tips by following everybody else in the market to buy and sell. And this is the number one most successful losing strategy. I hope all of you will avoid this losing strategy at all costs. Okay, let me tell you a secret. I used to work in a bank or two banks for 9 years as a professional trader. Before I reveal the secret to you, can I ask you one question? When you start your investment, what is in your mind? That means when you want to buy a stock or property, what is in your mind? How much money you can make, right? Profit, profit, and more profit. Yes. That's why if you continue to do this, you will eventually become part of the 90% majority who continue to lose money. And I will tell you why. As a professional trader, we are given a loss limit per month and per year. We have to ensure before we open a new position, what is our cut loss limit, so that before it trigger or upon it trigger, we cut loss immediately. We want to control losses. Do you know that if we burst our loss limit given by the company, we will not only lose the position, we will lose our own position in the bank. Scary? So profits is more important or cut loss more important? To professional trader, cut loss is more important than making profit. And I said to you just now, in the market there's three scenarios. If you can control losses, the chance of break even and making profit is highly enhanced. Therefore, after we control losses, we just look for how to grow profit. Another one I want to show you is that return on investment. Let me give you the first answer on the blue line. Saving. If you put money in a bank to save, eventually interest plus interest, you will see a straight line on the saving. That means your amount will increase. What about the yellow line? I believe all of you just see this. Yes, any other form of investment, you will have profit and loss. That's why the line is not straight line. Let me review the last one to you. Do you know there is one sure win investment on earth? Maybe you heard of this. Investment in knowledge gives the best dividend. Yes, this is the one. What I want to show you is that, please, next time before you start any form of investment, make sure you spend your time, effort to learn it before you jump into the bandwagon. Because if you don't understand your own risk appetite and also the investment, the pace of you losing money in the wrong form of investment will be much faster than the speed you lose at casino. Do you know that? Okay, this is my favorite. Let me tell you, after you finish your study, I guarantee you whatever you learn from books will sure happen under normal circumstances. Do you think our market, our world is always normal and well-behaved every single time? No, right? That's why you need to learn how to adapt to market dynamics and changes so that you will not become the victims of scam, fall prey to market manipulation. Meaning to say that besides book smart, you need to be street smart. And please look at this, one of the most successful trader in the world, Jim Rogers. Yes, I'm not promoting the books. I have the books, but just that the name is really appropriate. Yeah. Okay, as I promised, 40 years from now, your official retirement age is, let me show you what I get from my crystal ball. When I visited Spain 2 years ago, I purposely asked, crystal ball, what is the retirement age for our younger generation 40 years from now? And the answer is, any guess? Yes, 95 years old is the correct answer, maybe for one human on earth, which is our beloved PM Tun Mahathir. But for you, yes, it's something fine, but let us turn around the knife. Yes, I would believe 40 years from now, your official retirement age will be 65 and above. This is not from speculation, not from wild guess. You just check around. Most of the advanced economy, Singapore, US, UK, Hong Kong, and the rest, their official retirement age is at least 65 and above. For one reason, you do not have enough of saving if you work until 60. So, my advice is that if you don't want to work as long as 65 or 95, make sure you learn proper investing knowledge. Stay away from all forms of scheme cepat kaya, money game. Whatever people say, I guarantee you 1 month, how many percent, I can safely say that almost 99.99% are scam. Therefore, please, from today onwards, after you spend the last 1,000 seconds with me on my financial journey, you can become a more successful and wiser investor and trader. Thank you.